Dude, alrighty then. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a weekend, dude. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like 2 millennia, okay? What a long weekend. I'm excited to stream, excited to shiny hunt. How are we doing? Happy Monday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Quick note for those who don't know, it was a big weekend for me. I did officially get engaged, which is pretty cool, but obviously... we're here to shiny hunt, okay? We don't care about that. I mean, I care about that. We'll probably watch a video on it later. I did record when it happened and everything, and it's a pretty cute little video. We'll talk about that. Thank you guys for all the love and support over this and over the years and everything, and I'm just excited to continue to shiny hunt, provide more interesting content, and we'll see what happens today. Thank you guys so much. Good morning, guys. How are we doing? There's so much to talk about today. I'm very like overwhelmed and all over the place. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like straight up, like from the get-go, there's just so much to cover that I'll try to get to everything, but I'm probably gonna forget stuff for sure. I realized I totally forgot to upload my shiny Shinx reaction. I did get it exported, it's finished exporting, but I forgot to upload it. So I have that uploading. I uploaded that before the stream, and I'll get a thumbnail and everything made for that and that out later today. All right, first point of business, I am now at the coughing spot. I just jump around shiny hunts. I'm doing ×5 hordes starting at around 2,000 encounters. We got shiny Jinx the other day at around 9,200, my first wet shiny in quite the time. I'm excited to hopefully continue that wet streak. I'm feeling a luck streak coming, fellas. We'll see how we can get these ×5 hordes shinies banged out, and we'll see when this coughing comes along. This coughing spot is new, added with Johto. I mean, Johto is quote unquote, you know, a couple months new. The old coughing spot was really complicated. You needed a very specific Smeargle to not let it reactive gas explode all over itself and kill itself, but now we have a really safe shiny coughing hunt. And coughing / wheezing. Wheezing is a pretty beautiful shiny. Let's go ahead and check it out. For those who don't know, it's got this really cool aqua tealish color. I don't know what you would call it. Pretty beautiful color. IMO. I'm a fan. We're gonna go for it, see what happens. It's gonna be a crazy week, Braves. Christmas coming up in a week from now. The engagement, the shinies. We're waiting for the anniversary event. It's the 18th. Dude, I said it. This was my opinion. This is my take. It was my initial take and my initial opinion that once the 18th rolled around, I would argue we're probably not getting the anniversary event this year. Really sad to see. I was a Hopium Copium believer, but you know what? I guess it could technically happen tonight, but I don't think so. I'll go ahead. I'll put the sword through its heart and say, I'm sorry, guys. The 11th year anniversary event is probably not happening within the 11th year. Really sad to see, but that's how the dice roll with the Pokemon devs. It happens, you know. We're used to being disappointed by them on stuff like this, unfortunately, and we can just try to be patient with them and see what happens in the future, see where it comes in the future, and see what they're gonna do, I guess. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, maybe some people are saying they might combine events. I really don't think so, but it's always possible. You know, what do I know, right? It'll be interesting to see. They talked about having that permanent mechanic they wanted to add. Let's see how they implement that. All right, something cool did just drop. Pokeforce did just drop a little forum post as I'm live, which is always exciting to see, that says Pokeforce weather update. Okay, we have this beautiful weather gif of the snow. Let's go ahead and read exactly what this entails and like how much this actually changes things or does things for the game. Greetings, Pokeforce adventurers. As you step out into the frost-kissed lands, be prepared to embrace the enchanting dance of snowflakes. The skies have blessed us with a gentle snowfall that has turned our landscapes into a serene white paradise. Current conditions, there's so much lore. It's so like world building. It's cute. Current conditions, a chilly -5 Celsius, perfect for those warm tavern gatherings. Visibility, moderate. The falling snow is creating a mystical, albeit slightly obscured view of our surroundings. Forecast for today, the snowfall is expected to intensify by midday with heavy flurries gracing the village. There's a significant chance of a blizzard sweeping through Pokeforce by late afternoon. Visibility may drop and the winds will howl like the legendary Articuno. Adventurers' advice: don your warmest hats. The snow, while beautiful, shows no mercy to the ill-prepared. Keep a supply of hot tea handy. Travel in groups if possible. In the whiteout of a blizzard, it's easy to lose one's way. Stay safe and warm. This is just really beautiful writing. I don't know, like, I don't even know how much it entails for the game, like, as much as it's just beautiful, super cute writing. That's interesting. We'll see what that actually entails for the gameplay of Pokeforce. And I don't think Pokeforce is currently playable, right? This is, wait, I guess the important thing is, this is, the date on it is for December 22nd, which is when the December, like, the December servers go live for Pokeforce. So the game will actually be up and running at that time. So this is sort of a teaser for that up and coming thing, which is going to allow us to unlock a rare limited vanity. If you guys haven't heard or don't know, there's an upcoming event in Pokeforest from like the 22nd to the 26th where you'll be able to play like a pre-alpha version of the game and unlock a Santa hat, a limited vanity that will only be able to be achieved during this like pre-alpha, beta, alpha, beta, whatever, part of the game, just for like a 4-day period. There's a 100% guaranteed chance that if Pokeforce ever becomes anything in the future, this item will be wildly valuable. So make sure to pick yours up. Yes, I probably will be streaming Pokeforce on the 22nd, man. Like, I haven't really thought that far ahead, but you're totally correct. You're planning correctly for me, and I appreciate that. Honestly, yeah, I will try to be live during that event. I want to be able to complete that event on stream. That should be super fun. I don't know how long it'll take. We'll have to see. But with the help of chat and stuff, like, make sure to be there in stream. It's probably a lot easier to get that event done if you watch me and watch chat and have that, you know, cumulative social knowledge of everybody coming together to try to solve something as quick as possible is always genius with the puzzles and the storyline and stuff. Yeah, the last event wasn't too long, Untoads. The ticket thing or whatever, I forget what the last even, the prize even was. It was like the shiny Charizard hunting thing. That was around like 1 to 2 to 3 hours to like do everything, like to see everything and do everything. So that's not too bad at all. If you have like a 4-day period to do so. I think it might be a little bit longer. We'll see. 2 to 4 hours would be my guess. We'll have to see though. This is actually so funny. The reason why I forgot to put out my Jinx shiny reaction was because I got it the day before my proposal. I proposed on the 15th. So I was just so busy and like so mentally distracted and stuff. I just totally forgot. I exported. I got it clipped up and everything, but I forgot to actually upload it and do the thumbnail and stuff. So I was just busy at that time period. That shiny Jinx reaction will be going up probably after the stream is over. All right, yes, we should actually flex this. Congratulations to Mist. Got himself a shiny fucking Rotom recently. That's so sick to see, man. Congratulations. Mist has been shunting hard, a new and upcomer, a newish Team Mr. member. It feels new, but he's just done so much and impacted the game, my stream, and Team Mr. so much. He's been incredible. Congratulations to you, Mist. Mist apparently was at around 900 hours, 700 hours, he said, when he joined Team Mr. And now you're at 2,100 hours. Man has been going super hard over the last couple months. 3,120 total Rotom eggs. Dude, you love to see an egg shiny like around 3K. That's so sick. Are alpha Pokemon better or just stick on trained Pokemon from start? I caught an alpha Glistor last time, thinking of replacing it with my Crobat or Togekiss. What's better? Thank you. So alpha Pokemon have better stats on average than other Pokemon, just IVs. But I always say like a 6x31 alpha is not stronger than a 6x31 normal Pokemon. It just has better IVs in the wild when you catch it, right? Something you compare an alpha with the same IVs versus a non-alpha same IVs, they're the same thing. Now, alphas, what people, I guess new players don't realize or forget, alphas are what bring hidden abilities into the game. Before alphas, hidden abilities didn't exist. That is alpha's main function. People kind of forget that because there's hidden abilities are so somewhat common in the game nowadays that it's easy to forget. But yeah, the reason why alphas exist is to bring hidden ability access Pokemon into the game. Without them, we literally wouldn't have hidden ability access Pokemon. So people say alphas are getting so cheap and stuff. It's because there's more in the game and everything. It makes sense, but yeah, alphas are important. They're not like stronger inherently. They're not like, big bad alpha guys, but they're like, they just bring in hidden ability access, have hidden ability access, and have better catch stats, 2x31 guaranteed, caught in the wild. Pat, I've got 4 shinies in 4 consecutive days. I'm going for 5 today. That is wild. That is like genuinely one of the most impressive streaks of shunts I've ever seen, Jarizzle. If you could like get them all linked, that'd be a great like shiny rating at some point. That's incredible, dude. Oh yeah, what's the hidden ability for Glistor? Immunity doesn't make access to 2 abilities. Sorry. So yeah, let's go ahead and check. You can only be using 1 ability at a time, obviously, right? But you can use ability pill to change it whenever you want. So Gliscor gains access to Poison Heal. Glistor's hidden ability is 1,000 times better than its normal abilities. Poison Heal is so much better than Hyper Cutter and Sand Veil. I mean, they're not these aren't terrible abilities. If you have a Sand team, Sandville's kind of neat. Hypercutter's good against Intimidate, yada yada, right? But Poison Heal, being able to give this thing a Toxic Orb as its item, which then allows it to gain more HP between turns, more like double the HP of Leftovers, which is really insane sustain, on top of already being a really tanky Pokemon, on top of having Roost, which allows it to Roost and get that proc, which makes it gain like, what is it, like 62% HP or something in one turn. If you want to commit to that, it's really, really, really good. And then on top of all of that, one of the things that people forget about with Poison Heal type Pokemon is that when your Pokemon is poisoned, it can't be spored by Breloom. It can't be toxic by a Shuckle. It can't be like put under like other effects. It can't be paralyzed by a Chansey like Thunder Waved. It can't be put under other effects or other statuses that would hinder it. So it's like a huge positive for it to not be able to be affected by other statuses. All right, Drizzle did go ahead and link all of his shinies. This is unbelievable. If this is truly 4 shinies in 4 days, that is... So the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. That is... These names. That is unbelievable. This is one of the luckiest streaks of shiny hunts I've ever seen. Also, this is a fucking single. You got a single encounter Staryu through all of... That is... And it's 2 times 31? Dude. And this Haxorus... Wait, dude, holy at this point, get a goddamn lottery ticket. Holy shit. This is wild. The Staryu IVs, the Haxorus IV, everything about this. This is a fucking story, man. This should be like, this should be cataloged, make a video, record this, make a compilation of all these reactions. That is a historic story. That is wild. With Jinx, what does that put your shiny total to? 33? I think it's 33. It's harder because it happened so fast. I got Solrock and Jinx so fast, it felt like. So I think it's 33 now, but it's hard to... Yeah, I think Solrock was 32. I think it's 33 now. The question I'm asking myself right now is whether or not I want to pop Donator status. I think I do. I think it's worth it. I'm just going to do it preemptively, man. I'm just rushing into it. 30-day dono popped right there. I think it's worth it. I'm always skeptical and I always want to save money and stuff, but I do like the amount of time that I shiny hunt, especially on stream nowadays. I think it's worth it. I'm going to be pushing a lot of ×5 hordes this month as well. I think I'm trying to go for that big push, trying to get as many shinies before the end of the year as possible to have a more jam-packed shiny reaction, shiny recap for the end of the year that I've planned. Yeah, 2023 shiny reaction recap sounds fun for us new followers. Yeah, hopefully people enjoy it. 2023 was a pretty crazy year for shinies for me. I didn't get that many shinies, I feel like. I don't know how many I got in the full year. It's a great question, but it was Year of the Cranidos. That was a big one. It was Year of the Cranidos. I'm feeling a wet year for 2024 though, man. I'm feeling some good luck coming. So we'll see what happens. Does Koffing get self-destruct at that level? I feel like you need a damp mon. It does not, from my understanding. There's no harm in double checking. That's why this spot is so good, because the other spot, yeah, 24 gets it. So for a long time over in the Kanto location, it was a 50-50 coin flip between Grimer and Koffing, of which I've gotten 2 Grimers at that location. And then the Koffings would have reactive gas and explosion, which these have. So what happens is you'd have to have some sort of very specific imprison self-destruct Pokemon to prevent them from using it, because otherwise reactive gas allows them to explode through the damp ability still. So this spot in Johto was a huge change for the Koffing Shunt. What Pokemon and build is best for this Shunt? For this Shunt, I'm using a synchronized bold Pokemon to hopefully give me a higher chance of getting a good nature on the shiny when it finally comes around. That's really all you need here. You don't need anything crazy here. Yeah, just Sweet Scent. You don't need anything to protect this Shunt, which is why this spot is so much better, you know, so cool. One of the reasons I actually want Shiny Weezing, it's a beautiful shiny and it's a really cool competitive Pokemon, but another one of the reasons is actually to replace this Weezing, which is itself was a competitive mod. This was for NU back. Dude, Weezing was so underrated when it was in NU, and then it got access to reactive gas, and then boop, up it went to OU, man. It's so good now. But I want to replace this Weezing because I use this Weezing for reactive gas Tauros hunting. Well, there's 2 different shunts actually. You can do Tauros hunting with reactive gas to slow down some of the intimidates, and then also you can go ahead and go for the Zorua Shunt. So Zorua, you need reactive gas and stuff. So there's a couple reasons why you want a reactive gas Weezing, just for utility reasons and for other shuntings. No way! Wait, this just happened! Wait! Dude, congratulations, Dark Sign. Holy fuck. Shiny Eevee live on the stream. What a fucking madman. Congratulations to him. Dude, hidden ability access. Hidden ability access. He specifically, dude, 2 minutes, less than a minute, 1 to 2 minutes ago. Dude has 4 Eevees now. Wait, Dark Sign has 4 shiny Eevees? What? Dude, Team Mister is getting so many rare shinies that it's impossible to keep up with all the congratulations. That is... Dude, congrats to Dark Sign. What a what? Dude, nuts. Congrats, dude. This is actually a really good question. Do you edit your own YouTube videos? Any tips? The number one thing that I do to decrease editing time is... this is personal preference and how I do a kind of wonky style of recording. I start and stop clips a lot. I don't do like long, continuous sprees of recording. I just start and stop and I speak and then I hope to get everything. And then if any mistakes happen, I have to like delete that clip and re-record. But just stopping and starting and like trying to do as much. I hate editing. So trying to do as much stuff without the editing as possible is really good. Implementing texts or like certain things on the screen while in the recording process, watching videos, adding in music in the background. Music is pretty easy to add in the editing, but like I really try to limit my editing as much as possible by doing a lot in the recording process. A little trick that I do on Retro Pat is that a huge thing you'll see with editing retro video games, other video game type content, you'll see people implement gameplay footage. What I do is I have a TV on webcam behind me and I throw up the gameplay of the game that I'm talking about while recording. Little tricks like that to allow yourself to like weave out editing and add more into the recording process, like getting all of almost like live editing or getting it done during the recording process is I prefer that because I hate editing, you know. Yo, congrats to Bep on his shiny Cacnea at around 9k encounters. He said beautifully underrated shiny. I'm a fan, dude. Nice job. It's always so cool to see the community, man, and all the viewers shunting and getting rewarded for it and watching their journeys and hopefully motivating people to keep shunting via streaming, and you guys motivate me, and it's almost like this never-ending cycle of, you know, motivation and more fun to continue. Community shunting really adds a lot, you know, adds a lot of that effort. Let's go that extra mile, you know. How's the 2012 market looking, dude? Fucking strong, pushing 300k. I still think it might dip back down. The 2013 market did dip back down. So we can talk about that a little bit, which I talked about. I do think these markets will dip a little bit back down. They spiked up just so drastically that it makes sense. Ooh, this is cool. This like this is one. Yeah, this is the trade Farfetch'd. They have one. These are always cool to see. 2 mil. Those are rare. Those are really interesting. I think I have some of these on my alt account. I thought I did somewhere, but I might have deleted them. I'm really sad. I might have deleted an alt account on accident with a bunch of Pokemon on them. Hopefully not, but yeah, so 2012 Mons are doing strong. What was it, like 275k for the cheapest? 275k, pushing 300k for the cheapest. 2013s did tank a bit back down. Back to, ooh, I'll pick up a, whoa, Charizard. Wait. Was that just now listed? I didn't even... I love when people ask me to check markets and I get those fucking sniperinos. 2013 Charizard just bought for 30k, currently going for around 800k, 1.2 mil. Yes, please. Thank you. I will take that flip to the fucking moon. Whew. I always, it feels like every time I check these markets on stream, I get a flip. That is actually nuts. Let's fucking go, dude. That is incredible. The Charizard, the Snorlax, 2 fantastic Mons. What's the Snorlax go for? There's not even one listed. That is... Oh, you love to see it, dude. You love to see it. But yeah, the 2013 market did dip back down. They were at like 124k minimum, and they dipped a fair bit back down to like 40k, which I think is fair. I think 2013, like I said, I think they were they over-spiked and were like over-corrected in price. So I think it makes sense that they went back down a bit, but whew, pretty sick snipes there. Very happy about that. I released all my 2013 OT Mons. I mean, yeah, Battle Brown. How fucked is it that, like, I mean, a couple years ago, we just never expected, I mean, even like a year or two ago, we never expected. I'm an idiot? No, dude, you couldn't have known. Like, I released so many 2013 Mons for sure. Like, we just couldn't have known that, like, the market would do this and that people would care, and it happened like this. I think it's just, we couldn't have known. It's just wild, dude. How can you fight a horde continuously without sweet sending, sir? I am sweet sending, but I am healing my sweet scent whenever it's out with Leppa berries. It's kind of expensive. It costs around 3 million Pokeyen per shiny on average via this method, but I mean, certain shunts you pretty much have to Leppa shunt. I don't think you have to Leppa shunt this one, but I'd say it's pretty recommended. I will say, I do kind of want to do some free shunting just to like quote unquote get my encounters up. So after this inventory of sweet scenting, I keep forgetting this. I'm going to go do a non-Leppa shunt for a little bit, either Psyduck or Swablu or something probably. When does the Xmas event usually start? Holiday events usually start on the holiday, Aranti. So the Christmas event will probably happen on Christmas. The Halloween event starts on Christmas. I made a bunch of videos talking about this as well as playlists for each single event that I've recorded and done content for throughout the years. So if you want to see like the 2023 Halloween event, I have a playlist for it. The 2022 Halloween event, I have a playlist for it. And then same for Christmas and Lunar New Year event and anniversary event, all that stuff. What's the best nature for coughing? Probably something like bold. Going defensive on wheezing. It's really a defense wall for the most part. You can try to help its special defense as well to make it a dual wall, but in my opinion, if you go calm or something, you want to be able to throw off sludge bombs and maybe a heat wave or some sort of special attack, maybe like flamethrower or something, as well as being able to just come in toxic, will-o-wisp, pain split, do certain utility tanky wall type stuff while surviving. It's mainly a defensive wall for sure. It's special defense, it's 70. It seems decent enough, but when it gets hit by like things like psychic and like other, you know, special attack moves are super effective, it makes it a much less useful special defensive wall. So usually it's a defensive wall. It's nighttime, fellas. We just head over to the Tauros hunt. That's what I can do. A shiny hunt that is non-Leppa, near a PC and everything. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Petrowski, is shunting a skill? Define. Yes, I really think so. Not everybody may think that, and that's totally okay. Shunting is a skill the same way patience and grinding is a skill. Some people don't view grinding as a skill. Some people say, oh, you just sit there doing the same thing over and over again. It's not hard. It just takes a lot of time. But in my opinion, the ability to sit there and do it when you don't want to, the ability to do that grind is absolutely a skill. The patience, the grind, the mental fortitude is a huge part of the skill. I think people kind of throw it out the window, and there's a difference between, I think people just think of skill as like mechanical skill or physical talent, but it's really important to define the different types of skill, the mental aspects, the physical, the mechanical. There's just many different parts of what make up like a skill, quote unquote. And in my opinion, shiny hunting, its skill is defined by long-term mental fortitude, long-term shunts. Like when people have tens of shinies, like 10, 20, 30 OT shinies, when you've got one egg hunt or two egg hunt shinies, maybe a safari caught shiny, like a bunch of different aspects of shiny hunting that show, oh, you have the mental fortitude to do these different shunts, to do these different things, and to be able to do it. A lot of people really love to write off grinding as, oh, it's just easy. But then in reality, dude, a lot of people will sit down, like even if they're not doing it for work, even on their days off, it's hard to sit down and grind a game or play a game for like 6 to 8 hours, let alone, you know, 12 to 14 to 16. Grinding is absolutely a skill in my opinion. That patience and that mental fortitude is for sure a skill. The same way that hitting the gym every day is a skill, right? The same way lifting and the patience and the mental fortitude. I always compare, it's why a lot of RuneScape players, you know, one of the grindiest games, old school RuneScape, a lot of RuneScape players also end up being bodybuilders. I know it sounds hilarious, but those two things have a lot of the same aspects of long-term grinding, not seeing the short-term rewards with things like skilling until you reach that 99 or that next level or whatever, right? So it's a lot of short-term fruitless grinding that lasts for a very, very, very long period of time. You go to the gym every day, you know, you do your treadmill, you do your lifts, whatever, and you don't see a whole lot of that progress for like a couple weeks or whatever usually, right? It doesn't really feel like it, at least for the most part. But yeah, it's just interesting how I think grinding is totally a skill that is used in a bunch of different aspects in life, whether it's video games or weightlifting or going to the, you know, whatever it may be, right? I think it's interesting. How do you get the shiny follower Sparkle? It's from a mod, the Gen 4 and 5 follower sprite mod. It also just adds that sparkle effect. Do you still play Pokemon when you aren't streaming or making videos? Usually a little bit, but not that often, honestly, nowadays. I'm gonna be totally transparent about that. Usually if I am, I'm just shiny hunting. I don't usually like EV train or do something. I wait to stream or I wait to make a video out of it for most content, but I'll shiny hunt sometimes off stream. You know, I'm always recording is the thing. I'm always recording in case I get a shiny. But I think yeah, usually I just stream, I make videos, and then I play a lot of other games, and I make videos for RetroPat and other content, and then I spend time outside touching grass with my girlfriend or my fiance now. So yeah, that's I don't play a whole lot of Pokemon casually as much as I did, you know, while making content. It just changes the way you enjoy the game, and that's got positives and negatives to it. FYI, someone mentioned an ice puzzle in the PokeForce Christmas event earlier. I can confirm that is true. That is coming from a PokeForce dev. So all right, I hate to hear that, but I mean, it's good content, so we'll see me fail that ice puzzle for 3 hours. Or more realistically, a viewer will guide me through it and create content for us, true and real and based. Looking back at your old stuff, Pat, you've gotten like 1,000 times better and seem more confident, which is awesome. Dude, yes, the confidence thing is a big one. Just spending more time talking to your camera, spending more time talking into your microphone, spending more time doing streams. Like, it's like practicing public speaking. It does wonders, which is why I always tell people to just go upload videos on YouTube. Like, just go make stuff, go do something, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, all you're trying to do is get those reps in, get that practice in, you know. It's super, super important. All right, I'm gonna heal up, quick restroom break, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll go over the proposal, guys. This is kind of a funny thing to include in the stream recap, but I think it's cute and wholesome, and it was, I don't know, a big moment in my life. If you guys don't care, feel free to skip this part of the stream recap. That's totally fine. But I'm going to be right back. Give me 1 second. We'll go over the details, the plan for my proposal to Casey, the plan for my engagement, and then we'll also watch the videos. I did take a video of it, and there is a wild spectator that her reaction made the proposal, in my opinion. So I'm excited to see it. Give me 1 sec. This is pretty nerve-wracking. I'm not going to lie. This is literal video footage of when I proposed to Casey. I'm going to go ahead and explain like what my plan was here, how it happened, etc., etc. So the location where I proposed to her was in a park that I spent some time in my life, as well as a park that we went on a previous date in our first year of dating. So we went on a date, and there was some teenager in the park with a fishing rod with holding a mistletoe over a bridge in the park. We walked under the bridge, under the mistletoe, didn't really notice, kind of ignored it. It was like a cute little meme to get us a kiss, and he yelled over. He was like, hey, like, you're supposed to kiss her. And then obviously under that pressure, grabbed her, whipped her around, did a little spin, gave her a nice little kiss. It was a cute little moment. So I wanted to recreate that moment in this park around wintertime. There's these like cute little boat lights that go through the canal in the park. It's a really, really cute little scene. I have some other pictures I can show and stuff like that, but let's go ahead and watch the video. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, you gotta kiss her.
So what happened here was I was planning for the proposal kind of got changed. I was planning for her to not see I had some friends that were like preparing me, but what happened was she saw them early, so my friend basically just called out and had to just commit and do the movie. Pat looks 5'3" here. Come on, man. I'm 6'4". Casey's 5'11". But so he yells, we make the best of it. It works out. He yells, gonna kiss her, and then we obviously kiss, cute, cringe, whatever. Now, this lady is really important. So listen to this lady. She says, aw. Then she says, get engaged, and stops talking. Listen to her.
No! You're not! Oh!
This lady was so fucking cute. I couldn't have paid an actor to make this moment cuter.
Oh. No! You're not! Oh!
Like, her literally saying, get engaged. She has no idea. Get engaged is like a joke, and then I fucking do it. This was based. I was so... What are the fucking odds that happens? This was very, 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 very cute. Look how nervous I am. Cringe. I'm like rubbing my knee so much. Give it a clap. Little kiss. Another cringe part. I forgot to put the ring on her. We put the ring on her after, which was kind of funny. I could never do such a thing in public. I was nervous as hell. I noticed when I was practicing for this, every single time I dropped to one knee, even when practicing in my bathroom like an embarrassing little nerd, my mind went blank and I totally forgot everything I was gonna say every time. Okay, pog. That's it. That's the story of my proposal. Thank you guys for watching and enjoying the little story, enjoying a little part of it, a little part of my life. It was cute, but now it's time to let's get some shiny Pokemon, fellas. Back to the grind. That's right, fellas. Can we get a shiny to celebrate? Let's see. Pushing 3,000 encounters. Patrassi, trick question. Shiny Blossom or Vileplume? It's not even close, man. Vileplume shiny sucks. I'm sorry. Blossom, beautiful. And Gloom sucks dick, and then Oddish is awesome. Those are the two. Oddish and Blossom, great shinies. All right, while we're shunting, this is such a funny day. Chat knows my geography education is piss poor, okay? So today we're going to be doing a quiz. If I get 30 out of 50 of the United States in correct location on correct calls, Osose is going to gift 10 subs, okay? 10 subs for 30 out of 50. Can I do it? Virginia, literally the state that I am living in right now. Or not living in, but in right now. Bam. Easy peasy. Oregon, that's over here. Washington, Oregon's here, I think. Okay, we're cooking. Louisiana, though. Okay, this is where it goes downhill, fellas. I'll see you guys at the end. I have to, like, go flawless from here on out to get 60%. Dude, I'm at 43 out of 50. I don't even know if it's possible. 56%. Okay, it's not enough for the gifted subs, but we learn more and more every day. Last time we did this, I got like 34%, okay? So the brain is booming, fellas. Okay, now we're just in a quiz mood, fellas. Let's do today's Pokedoku as well. This is some of the least Pokemon I've ever played in a stream recap. Okay, let's go ahead and do some Pokedoku. This is Pokemon Sudoku, essentially. I've got to start off by looking for first-in-line Pokemon in Hoenn that are unthought of. I'm thinking Seedot. I think people sleep on Seedot. 3%! That's a great little thing. Monotype. First evolution in line. Tynamo is a decently easy one to think of. What are some other ones? Coughing, it's kind of a funny one. Monotype poison. 0.2%. We are cooking. First evolution in 3-line grass. Okay, it doesn't have to be Univerni. I was thinking it had to be Unova, but it doesn't have to be. What's a 3 Evo? Ooh, Bellsprout, probably not thought of very much, I would say, personally. 2.7, not bad. No evolution line Hoenn. I'm thinking Zangoose. Not okay, 5.5. Monotype, no evolution line. Monotype, no evolution line. Dunsparce? Well, no, now it does have a line. Oh, that used to be the case. Not anymore. Lapras. I was thinking Tauros is one, hilariously. I'm at this spot. Lapras is probably a good one. Oh my god, it's water ice type. Holy keck W, dude. That's embarrassing. Man, that kind of stings. I hate that you can't fail a single one. So now I just failed this Pokedoku. That's so unfortunate. Come on. Oh, man. Bummer. Oh, monotype least thought of with no Evo line. Heatmore. That's a good one. 1.8%. This one has room for like really low percentages, which is very cool. No evolution line grass type Pokemon. I actually can't think of any for this one. I feel like most grass types evolve. Grass type with no evolution line. This one's really tough for me. Okay, and then I'll have to come back to that one. That one's really hard for me. Hoenn final evolution. What's an interesting one for this? Shiftry. I did Seedot. I do Shiftry too. Why not? 2.3%. Monotype final evolution. Think of Electros, but that's pretty easy. Blossom's a cool one. People don't remember that Blossom's only grass type, not grass poison. Yep, 0.7%. And then final evolution grass. I could do the same thing and go Blossom. Oh, I can't actually. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Final evolution. What's a really uncommon final evolution out of 3 stages grass type? Leavanny comes to mind. Does Leavanny have 3 stages? I'm pretty sure it does. Who the fuck remembers Leavanny? Boom! 2.4%. I failed, unfortunately. That's so sad. They got one wrong. But I feel like this is a pretty good grid. I'm pretty happy with this. Like, I think I did pretty good percentage-wise. We'll show game stats. But, I still failed, unfortunately. Good percentages. Let's see game stats. Show me why is it like I can't see game stats? Why is it hello? Is it like ad blockers? Why is it doing that? Okay, for whatever reason I literally can't see the game stats today, so I can't see the other people. I saw Piplup up there. I can't see the other mons, unfortunately, but it's a pretty cool Pokedoku today. I'll take it. For for 2013 mons that were rare ones back then, would they have less available? Would 2013 Chanseys be rare too, like 2012? Was it? Yeah, of course, right? Like just logically, right? Absolutely. Obviously not as rare as a 2013 Chansey is just not going to be as rare as a 2012 Chansey, but it's going to be rare. Like things like Chansey, Tauros, Snorlax, Charizards, starter Pokemon, stuff like that, right, are always going to be, yeah, it's the same logic applies in 2012 versus 2013. I'm trying to think the year like maybe that changed is like a really interesting question. Like in 2014 just way more people played, or you'd have like more wild Chansey encounters. Like at a certain point you did get like Chansey swarms, you did get like you know, other ways to get Pokemon, and at a certain point it does change or adjust for sure once more mechanics get added to the game. Wait, speaking of, someone brought up breeding Haxorus. I might need to breed myself some Haxorus and Garchomp, maybe just in case, but I totally forgot about this. During the Christmas event last year, and this was the first time they ever did this. This is like kind of secret little Christmas information, good knowledge to learn about. In the Christmas event last year, during the event and during the like raid / dungeon, that once you reach far enough into the dungeon, they allowed you to equip some Pokemon that you brought into the dungeon, and people were bringing in like 2x31 adamant like Haxorus, and that shit hits so hard and it outspeeds enough Pokemon to where it's really, really good. That and like Garchomp, I might breed some Haxorus and Garchomp to prepare for the upcoming Christmas event, honestly, at this point. Isn't it better to prepare specific mons for when the event comes out? Oh, there's positives and negatives, right? So like if you want to take the risk of, hey, this Pokemon might be really good in the event this year, it's good to go ahead and make it early, because when the event is out, if people, you know, if it's like day 2 or something and people found out that 2x31 Haxorus is like the meta, those things spike up to like insane amounts of Pokeyen. Look at Chandelure during the Halloween event, right? Like Chandelure's, like I've seen 2x31 Chandelures spike up to like 1 million Pokeyen during the Halloween because they're in such high demand, and there's just not enough people catching them that could possibly supply the amount to actually make it worth, you know, make the market fair. So things always spike up really drastically if they're a meta Pokemon during the event. So preparing ahead of time can be really good, but it's a little risky. Yeah, like Oso said, he sold his Chandelure for 700k on day 2 of the Halloween event. Like stuff gets pretty insane. Yeah, so preparing ahead of time can be good, but it's not, you know, it's risky. You don't know, like the balancing could be different, the event could be changed. It's never a foolproof thing, but it's not bad, because if you spend 100k making a Haxorus, you can always like sell it. Usually breeding makes money anyways. You can always sell it for like net neutral or like small profits if it's not even good for the event anyway, just for like whatever PVM or PvP purposes. But speaking of that, I think it's time to go ahead and go change activities. I'm going to head over to the daycare in Kanto and do some breeding. We're going to go ahead and create some Haxoruses, probably, maybe a Garchomp and stuff as well. And then maybe we'll also, I might maybe weave in some Twitch rewards as well. We'll have to see. I just realized I was horde hunting that entire time for Tauros with a bold Kadabra. How shit would that have been if I got a bold Tauros because I was stupid and just didn't realize? That was really dumb of me. Put our shiny Jinx away. So yeah, it is 33 OT shinies is my current number, which is really cool. 33 Petrowski OTs, there's OT shinies. Okay, let's see what deals I could find. Let's check for Axew. I'm gonna go 31 attack, probably first. What's gonna be cheaper, a 31 attack Ditto or 31 speed Ditto? Probably speed's gonna be more expensive, right? Let's check. 7k. So let me look for an Axew then with 31 speed if possible. If that's cheaper or around the same price, it's worth getting. It's around the same. We see nature, obviously that's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one up for 13k. That's totally fine. Happy to pay that price. We'll grab this for 15k. It's about my peak though, and then I'll go ahead and head over here, grab this for 10k. It's a really, really cheap price for the most part. Not seeing any natures. Lonely is not terrible for 16k. It's kind of interesting actually to get like a budget one possibly made. Been listed for around 4 hours or so. We'll keep looking. Okay, let's just work with these 3. I did just buy 3 Axews, so let's just work with these. None of the natures are good. That's totally normal and expected. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some. They're all male. Let's get ourselves some Dittos to breed with. Now, one of these is 1x31 speed, and the other 2 are 1x31 attack. So that is important to keep in mind. Do I want to work on keeping any of the other IVs high? Probably. Like, is this the speed one? Let's do the speed one first. since this one has some IVs that I do want to keep, like the special defense, 25 plus if possible. Maybe even try to high roll the HP, so it shouldn't be that much more expensive. Yeah, 5,800 Pokeyen for that. We'll go ahead and grab that for the breed. We'll go ahead and get that breed taken care of. So I need a 31 attack brace and a 31 speed brace. Overall, this breed is costing me what? 15k for the Axew plus 20k for the braces, so like 35k, plus the Ditto was like 5,800, so it's costing me around 40k for this breed. Is this the middle Axew? Which one is this? The speed brace? Yeah, let's go ahead and see what this looks like for around 40k on the breed. All right, here it is. 2 times 31 attack and speed, 25 plus, hopefully high roll HP, 20 plus is fine. The profit, whether this profit's a shit ton or not, costs 40k for the breed. It's really not that expensive. A lot of what this comes down to is going to be the nature. If I randomly roll a good nature, you make insane money. Let's go ahead and check. Act 2, 31 attack and speed. So even if I were to roll a shit nature, I still sell this for, around 8k profit after the breed, which is really, really cool and good. Let's go ahead and check for adamant nature, though. If it randomly rolls a good nature like adamant, like bam, bro, you're in like 60k profit range, if not more. So yeah, like way more than that, right? It's 80k profit, probably like 70k after the listing fee. Breeding for profit is still pretty strong, I'd always argue. Okay, we got this 31 attack. We have another 31 speed one as well. This one has no other stats that I can even like bother rolling up, so I'm just not gonna bother. We'll just go ahead and look for the cheapest 31 speed Ditto. It shouldn't matter. Yeah, shouldn't matter there. So let's go ahead and just grab the braces and everything. Do this one as well. Let me just pick up 2 of each brace and then also get the other breed ready as well, while I'm here. So this one, I do want to keep 20 plus on the HP if possible. I could even try to high roll these, but it's getting a little greedy if I go for that. I'm looking for 31 attack. That's a lot of stats on a Ditto. It's probably going to make it more expensive. Let's see, though. Yeah, 20k is a little too high for what I'm looking for. Let's try to lower these to 20 plus, maybe. It's probably still going to be more expensive. Let's try to high roll defense. We won't worry about special defense. How about that? There we go. 5,300. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect Ditto for this. So let's go ahead and put a speed brace. Which Axew is this? On this top Axew, and then a speed brace on this Ditto, and then attack braces on the remaining Pokemon. So I have to make sure I set these up correctly. I believe the first breed is going to look like this. Nope, that's totally wrong. Glad I double checked. There we go. 2 times 31 random nature roll, 25 plus. We'll go ahead and go through with that. No specific gender needed. The next roll, we got 2 times 31, 3 Axews hatching. Let's see if we get any of them randomly rolled on a good nature. Let's collect this Pokeyen while I'm here. Why not? I need to relist a lot of I have a lot of stuff that needs to be relisted. The market's definitely slowed down. Let me relist this shiny flip, for example. The market's definitely slowed down since here, I'll do 29. Yeah, like this. Since a lot of people are saving money heading into the Christmas event to be able to make investments and stuff, not many people are making, I thought about this recently in a video, not as many people are making like those luxury tier shiny breeds. People are saving their money to be able to invest in the event and play the event and have fun during event season. How much Pokeyen should I have to start breeding hunting for a Charmander? Great question. I always tell people the minimum amount of Pokeyen, in my opinion, you should have before starting an egg shunt is around half in pure cash. So I would say have around 60 mil Pokeyen in pure cash. And then also, in my opinion, I would stock up at least a couple Donator statuses and a couple shiny charms. So I would aim for like 3 30-day Donator statuses and like 10 to 15 shiny charms, and then 60 mil cash on top of that. All of that's going to be like, man, a fair bit of Pokeyen, like 70 mil if you include the other Donator statuses and the 15 shiny charms. I don't know how much that is. Let's do 250k times 15. So just in pure cash, you're looking at like 75 mil. If you have like 75 mil yen, I think that's really, really fair, but I would try to at least go for around 60. I always say one of the biggest regrets and one of my biggest mistakes that I ever made was starting my egg shunt at around, I think it was 42 or 43 mil pure yen with donos and charms saved up. That was not nearly enough, and I really got punished for it. All right, here's the first Axew. Hasty, okay, not a positive. About female, though, and the IVs actually rolled really, really well. That's really funny. It's almost like, wow, it's got some really good stats. The 0 defense is funny. This is really solid. I'm gonna start trying to work on a Garchomp as well. Now, I don't know if Garchomps will be as good during the event itself, but breeding up Garchomps is there's almost always some value there. So let's check 31 attack versus 31 speed Garchomps. A pretty expensive 1x31. I've always wanted to go test how much profit you can make like within 1 hour doing breeds like this, like on, you know, or going to catch, loop for 1 hour of catching Gible and Garchomp, because I feel like that's underrated. Also, a good little tip, don't just check Gibles, check the bites and check Garchomps, because sometimes you'll find better deals on them. Let's do the same for 31 attack. Sometimes, not always. Let's check. Like here, I'm not finding better deals, but like there, like a bite, like this 31 attack Gabite is the cheapest one out of all the ones I've seen, I believe, and it's female, so I'm gonna go actually pick that up. So we have a female 31 attack Gabite. Now I need a 31 speed. I don't need to get a Ditto here, which is kind of the benefit of it being female. I can go ahead and go for a monster or dragon egg group Pokemon, and those should be cheaper. Dragon is the egg group that Magikarp is in, so we can go male dragon. And yeah, it's like 4K versus the like 7K of a Ditto. It's not a crazy price difference, but it's an extra like 3 to 4K saved, which, I mean, when you're breeding, like, it makes like 8 to 10K profit per breed. I mean, that really matters, right? So this whole breed cost me 20K for the braces, 20K for the Gabite, 40K there, plus the Magikarp. So it's like a 45K breed, if I'm not mistaken. 45K is the total cost for this breed. Let's go ahead and go throw it in the daycare, and then we'll check the other Axews as well. See how much profit we make on this. So yeah, the total cost is 45K. We're going to randomly roll for nature. I'm not going to pay for gender. That's fine. Let's go ahead and see worst case scenario. If this just rolls, you know, shit, how much is this, right? It's around 45K. So at least break even, which is like, or I'll sell for like 50K, hopefully, right? Which is, I mean, totally fine. Like, you're able to, if you really wanted to, you could do some technical, super slow, shiny hunting. You're kind of like do a bunch of rares and stuff and go for that at break even prices. But let's check the Axews. Timid, obviously not good. Brave, not super good, but that's okay. Still some solid Axews. Yeah, that's a really good point worth talking about. Someone brought up in chat. They said, doesn't Garchomp really want hidden ability access? That is wildly true. Super, super. However, in PvP especially, right? For PVM purposes, I think a lot of people will go the cheaper route, and you don't really need a rough skin optimal. In PVM, you're hopefully just not getting attacked, right? I'm making these for the upcoming Christmas events. You don't necessarily need the hidden ability there. I don't think it should really matter that much, but it's good if you're watching this video and getting ideas. If you want to do this for PvP, definitely make sure you go for hidden ability access and check the markets for that as well. Will you ever make a berry farming guide? Maybe one day. I always say that I could do a pretty easy basics to berry farming guide, but I haven't tested berry farming enough. I don't do berry farming. I don't have enough practice, and I have a pretty high bar for where it's like I don't feel comfortable making guides on content that I don't feel pretty comfortable talking about and feel pretty experienced on. There's a lot of beginner guides, and it's pretty easy to just throw one of those up for views, but I do kind of want to maybe one day do a proper guide if I learn a lot more about it. But that'll take a lot of practice. I don't want to make a guide on something I don't actually know about properly, right? All right, these Axews and stuff are going to go over in the same location, I believe. Actually, should I just sell these off since these aren't correct nature? Did this get a nature? Lonely, nice. Pretty good nature roll. I'll definitely actually drop this off in here. These were made to prepare for the anniversary event if it carries the same. I did that in a previous stream recap. And then Axew here. Did any of these get a usable nature? This one's hasty. If it's semi-usable, we'll put it in there, sure. Timid's definitely not usable. Brave, is it really usable? Not really, but I mean, maybe it could be. We'll take it. This one I'll probably sell off or, yeah, rebreed or something. Probably go ahead and just, it's probably worth it to sell off, but let's see how cheap 2x31 Dittos are, maybe. No, I probably just sell this off and just start from scratch. A lot of times with stuff like this, it's just better to sell it off and start from scratch. This is a pretty interesting Axew. But a lot of stats, and it's Jolly. Wait, I'm going to buy that. That was 20K. Kind of expensive for a no 31 Pokemon, but I think I can actually make profit on that. So keep that in mind. This cost me 20K. Let's sell this guy off and make a little profit on this. Let's do 31 attack, 31 speed, lowest price, 55K. So we'll go 55,500 on it. Just get that guy listed, sold off, and get the cash flowing back in a little bit. Easy peasy. Now this one is female, Jolly. It has insane stats, including the 30 attack. Let's see if we can find a breeder for this. Now, getting a really good breeder for this is going to be kind of expensive, but we're going to try. We're going to do Dragon. We have the nature. 22K. That's not bad at all. It's Monster Dragon, right? Check Monster as well. We might just want to yoink that up, though. monster. Just Ditto. It's the same Ditto. Yeah, I'm gonna bite the bullet. Yeah, it's so much cheaper than everything else. So 22k for this. 20k for the Actu. So I'm at around 42k spent. Make that 50 here. Buy this. 52k Pokeyen. And then Everstone's around 5k. So I've spent around 57k on this breed. 57k for a really, really good competitive Haxorus. This is a good ass breed. Very, 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 very good breed. That's awesome. Okay. This is actually, okay, hell yeah. That'll come out super nice. That's gonna come out like competitive no matter what. I'm curious how much I'll sell that for, or just maybe keep that for myself, because I kind of love breeds like that. That's like a really, really good 57k for an incredible Haxorus. And Haxorus isn't the best PvP mon in the world, but 57k for that 31 speed Jolly and everything, and like really solid 25 plus stats is just, yeah, just not the most powerful Pokemon, but very, very, very good breed for it. What do you think is more expensive to shiny hunt, Charmander or a fossil like Cranial? Fossils are almost always way more expensive. Or then no, they always are. Fossils are way more expensive, but they do save you some time, which is important to understand. So, but they're way more expensive than eggs for sure. Okay, I think I'm gonna hold off Twitch rewards until tomorrow. I'm gonna hold those off until tomorrow. I want to go do some shiny hunting. I'm in the mood to shiny hunt, and I want to get my encounters up. So let's just go work on that. Now the question is, what horde? Where do we want to go shunt, fellas? I'm feeling ×5 horde near a PC. I might go do wide duck ass for a little bit. Something like wide duck ass. Something like Swablu over in Sinnoh, perhaps. Sounds pretty solid to me. Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's do Swablu. I'll get the Defog. Now, it is a Defog spot, so you do have to have that. But other than that, dude, it's a really, really good free shunt next to a PC. Or the Axew hatch. Let's check that out. This is a beautiful Axew, dude. Jolly Nature, 27 attack, 20... I'm going to keep this. I mean, this is a... I'll probably keep this for a competitive for myself. Select another OU comp that I'll probably never use. But it's a great Pokemon, man. I'll take it. Okay. We've got our Pokemon inventory taken care of. I need to get my... Well, I need a Sweet Center, actually. Got my Defogger, my Catcher, and then my Synchronized Pokemon. So I'm opting for Calm. I have to also keybind Defog. Every time you do this hunt, you have to re-keybind Defog over to here. Yeah, I'll put it at E. So every time you heal up and then head over here, you have to head over and do E to go ahead and Defog, and then you go for the Sweet Scent. We'll get ×5 hordes of Swablu here. Really, really beautiful shiny. And I'm opting for Calm Nature on the Synchronized because I'm a huge, huge fan of Cotton Guard Turbo Setup Altaria. I've talked about it all the time in stream recaps, I feel like, where you go Calm Nature, fully invest into special defense EVs and HP EVs and go full bulk, and then you use Cotton Guard to up your defense by 3 stages, use Roost to heal, and then a Heal Bell to also take care of yourself in terms of status, and you essentially just use Dragon Pulse to slowly whittle down your enemy. You could do Dragon Claw or Dragon Pulse, and then like whether you want to go a minus attack nature like Calm or a minus special attack nature like what's it called, like Careful is kind of up in the air, but I think Dragon Pulse is technically 5 more base power, and it has 70 attack and 70 special attack, so it should be, I think Dragon Pulse is just slightly better. Pat, what do you think of Infernape, Dragonite, Swinub? Swinub? You mean Mamoswine? Swinub, Gengar, Lucario, and Starmie. PvP. I just mean I love Mamoswine and OU. I think it's underrated. Infernape, Dragonite. So those are 2 good interactive mons right there, because you're going to be able to switch Dragonite into a lot of the stuff that kills Infernape. Mamoswine, Gengar, Lucario, Starmie. I think it's generally on a little bit of the... So what I would argue is this team is hyper offense. Hyper offense, which can work. This can be fine. But I worry that you don't have a single pivot Pokemon for the most part. You're only going to be sacrificing. This is a very, very, very aggressive OU team. Could it work? Yeah, but you might want something like just like 1 teleport Chansey or something in place of something like what would you even want it in place of? Gengar is really nice on this team to be able, but you already have the, I guess, the switch in with Dragonite for... I don't know if you need Gengar on this team, is I guess kind of the thing. It's nice for the immunity to fighting and stuff, but you just have Dragonite takes those switches pretty well. Starmie takes those switches pretty well, for the most part. Obviously, Lucario gets stomped by him. Mamoswine gets stomped by like a CC, but I don't know if you need the immunity. I would swap out Gengar for something like a Chansey, I feel like, and go for teleport to give your team some pivoting, some more pivoting. You're gonna have U-turn on Fernape and stuff for sure, or Rotom Wash. Yeah, dude, honestly, that's probably the more. Magic Genie, I always forget. Rotom Wash is way better. 100% go Rotom Wash over Chansey on that team. Allows you to keep the pivoting, but also do way more damage and stuff. Oh yeah, great pick. Yeah, go Rotom Wash for sure there. Rotom Wash is just so good, dude. It's so good. A really interesting question regarding that, Ocean. So Ocean's the PokerForce dev said, both are methods to obtain a Pokemon from an egg. Any thoughts on skipping the egg hatching stage entirely? So the idea of a Pokemon MMO just skipping having to wait for an egg to hatch or take steps or anything of the sort, just skipping the egg hatch and just like you put 2 Pokemon into the daycare and you get a Pokemon out. That's possible that could be balanced, but a really interesting question that arises is like, what if putting 2 Pokemon in and getting 1 out is faster than doing any other encounters in the game? So the most optimal way of shiny hunting ends up becoming just spending a shit ton of money, no matter the Pokemon, and just like consuming all those Pokemon. Now that could be good. That could be balanced. Like, do you want the most optimal way to be like hyper expensive? That might be fine. It's a really, really interesting question. Like, there's no right or wrong answer. I think it just creates really interesting conversation and like theories. We got people in chat going for shiny Actu, shiny Camerupt, a lot of black shinies, great shinies. You're going for Minchino. Good luck to you, dude. We got a Shedinja Hunter in chat. You've been hunting that for a while, haven't you, Jason? I feel like I've heard you say that before. Good luck to you, man. Going for shiny Ninetales. Good luck to you, dude. Good luck, guys. I'm at 35 encounters dry. So unlucky. Ah, so true, JSP. Good luck to you, man. Someone got a secret shiny Stantler while going for Raikou. I would love. Stantler's an underrated shiny, man, in my opinion. This is actually a Giga Brain. If you play games like League of Legends, Overwatch, etc., this is Giga Brain advice, okay? This is what I did to get this. This actually helped my health, physical fitness, and helped me improve at Overwatch a shit ton, okay? For a while, what I would do is after every single Overwatch game, I would do, like, I think it was 2 push-ups for however many times I died that game, which isn't that much. You can like kind of adjust the numbers or whatever, but like take your deaths and then do that many push-ups or whatever. So if you die like 3 times or whatever, do like 6 push-ups, or you can do like times like 15, like times 5 or whatever number suits you. But like punishing yourself and like trying to get your deaths down is super good in games like that. Now, don't let that, this is an issue I've seen with certain lead players. Don't let that don't let yourself make decisions in games like that to like never die. Sometimes it is optimal, especially like as like I was a support player, like sometimes it is optimal to let yourself die to like let your team get a huge push or like get that extra advantage or like get that boop or like get that like displacement. There are times in games like that where it is worth that trade-off of dying. But it's a good general like little, I don't know, entryway to like if you want to improve your physical fitness as a gamer and fucking improve your games, punish yourself for your deaths, bam bam, boom boom, do push-ups between queues and stuff. Hard. Guys, what would be a desired Pokemon like Ditto that are going to be desired for long term in the economy? I have a video that covers this called like what's the best Pokemon to breed for profit in Pokemon. Generally, one of the best things to look at is things like PvP statistics and breeding like the top 10 most popular Mons in OU, maybe the top 10 most popular in NU, UU, etc. And then also looking for correlations between those. One of the examples that I always give is Rotom is almost always one of the best Pokemon to catch and breed for profit because you have things like Rotom Wash, top tier in OU, Rotom Heat, pretty top tier in UU, and then NU also has Rotom Base Form being pretty top tier. It's like, then in doubles, like, yeah, it's pretty wild how Rotom is like top 10 in every top 5 to 10 in every single PvP format almost ever. It's unbelievable. Rotom ends up being really good profit, stuff like that. And then PVM Mon, you think things like Breloom for catching. Everybody needs a catching Breloom. Everybody needs like an HM Dragonite for the most part. Everybody needs a utility Smeargle. Like there are Mons that every single person needs. Everybody needs a Gym Rerun team like double Cyndaquil, double Typhlosion. Yeah, pick up Payday Meowths. Like just general knowledge of the game is going to help you answer that question. Oh, over 4,000 encounters, by the way. Kind of cool. That is a really funny point, Shag City. You could, in theory, buy a 2012 Rhydon and then evolve it into a Rhyperior and have a 2012 Pokemon that didn't really exist in that time period. Yes, that is actually totally correct, which is really fucking funny. You can do the same with Phoebus and Melodic. You could not get Melodic back in 2012, but you could get Phoebus, which is really funny. So you could get yourself a 2012 OT Melodic, even though that wasn't possible back then. That's a really, really funny point. Do the Alpha Miltank check. Oh, is there an Alpha Miltank spawn right now? I'll definitely shiny check it. I'm down. I thought 2012 was only Gen 1. No. So the way it worked was, so this is actually a great question. A lot of people probably don't know this who didn't play back then. the Gen 1 map was the only one in the game, right? So 2012 and 2013, even up to 2014, we didn't get Hoenn until 2015, right? So we got Hoenn Emerald in 2015, but for 2012, 2013, 2014, you could still get Gen 2 and Gen 3 Pokemon on the Sevi Islands in Kanto, as well as Altering Cave. The biggest one was Altering Cave, which is such an... I need to do a whole video covering Altering Cave. It is one of the most interesting mechanics to ever exist in a Pokemon game and MMO, and it was so wild. It was such a big deal. I'll have to like do a video like fully diving into it, but essentially it was a cave that altered its spawns, aka Altering Cave. It had like cycles and it would rotate what mons were available. So there were like 6 cycles or something like that. And like some of them, you'd have like 2 cycles that were 100% Zubat. And those cycles would last like 6 to 12 hours or something like that. And you like, it was really hard to tell. The game didn't tell you which cycle it was in. There's actually a website dedicated to keeping track of it called PokemoCycles.com. I don't know if that website still exists. I don't think it does. Pokemo Cycles. I don't think it exists anymore. There used to be a website dedicated to it, like for Altering Cave. But there was like, for example, one cycle where you had a 0.5% chance to get like Baydon, and that was the only way that like Baydon and Salamence were brought into the game. So shiny Baydon and competitive Baydon were very rare and very hard to get back then. Stuff like that is always really interesting to me. Let's go shiny check this Miltankerino. I don't know if I talked about Altering Cave in my Iceberg video. I don't think I did. That would have been great. Dang, that's a good one. I don't think I brought up Altering Cave in my Iceberg video. All right, Alpha Miltank check, fellas. Let's see. Can we get the crazy rare shiny today? No, but that's okay. We'll keep checking. This thing is super, super, super not worth catching. Even if it's like, I don't know if I can kill it with the amount of attack. I don't think so. I'd probably just run. This thing, even if it's like 4 times 31, is going to be worth like 20k. Like there's, Alpha Miltanks are so cheap. It's wild. It's a female-only species. So you would only need it if you won a hidden ability access Miltank. And yeah, it's just not that. There's only so many Miltanks that are actually needed, you know? Let's shut Wide Duck Ass for a little bit while I finish this thumbnail. How many shinies do you catch average on a year? It's a really good question. Questions like that are just really, really hard because, I mean, I went the first 8 years of my Pokemon career with no shinies, right? And then it super depends on what method you're doing, you know? Are you doing single encounters for that year, ×5 hordes? Are you doing an egg hunt within that year? Like, it just so massively depends on methods. I think it's just an impossible thing to answer. What I will say is I've gotten 33 OT shinies over the last 2 years. So around 15 maybe is like a loose answer. Kind of a random question, but how many XP cannons are you sitting on? I used to have a shit ton, but I did actually sell a fair bit off. I don't think I have that many. I don't think. 55 large is actually quite a bit, to be fair. But like nothing crazy. 20 extra large. I sold a lot of my extra smalls. I made a lot of money flipping some extra smalls. I remember when those first came out. And people didn't realize. I remember talking about like they were gonna be really good for like Lucario shunting because you can like level them up and evolve and stuff. Happiness evos like that. How much are these? 55 XP candy larges though. Yeah, decent but nothing crazy. Yeah, for sure. Large, like 5k a piece. I mean that's solid, but yeah, nothing. 100 times 5, about 270k. I probably have like 400k or some, yeah, 400k or so in XP candies. Nothing crazy. I've sold them off periodically here and there. XP candies 10 are definitely one of those items that sit in your bag, add up really quick. If you do a bunch of alpha encounters, they can add up for sure. It's definitely, it's a great question to ask. You know, it sparks that, you know, check your bags, guys, you know. Yo, Pat, I started egg hunting thanks to you. Got a shiny Tepig a few days ago. Dude, congratulations. Egg hunts are just, they're like 1 to 2 year fucking goals, man. Like I can't be hyped enough for you. I'm too, dude, but goddamn, man, congratulations. Like it's an honor that you would ever quote me as saying it's what got you into it. Obviously, like it's all your fucking hard work and effort and Pokeyen spent, and just congratulations to you, man. Emboar is a beautiful, I would argue one of the best shiny starters to go for, in my opinion, too, man. Congratulations. This is a really underrated question. How do you choose what you want to shiny hunt? I actually have a video going over the process. I actually have a video coming up, I think it's like December 23rd, December 24th, that shows me making my new shiny wish list, because when my hard drive died a while back, I had to recreate the list. And there is a pretty interesting process that I go through, where I go through like the Pokemon database, and I kind of go through all the visuals of all the shinies and stuff. So an updated video coming on that soon. It's a really underrated question, because it's a process. I decide which shinies I want to hunt by checking out Pat's list of desired shinies and then trying to get them before he does. That's how I decide. That's a good meme. True Twitch chatter. This is such a based pit launch. I'm going for shiny Metapod and Pattern Bush. I was like, dude, shiny Metapod is so underrated. Dude, wait, okay. Literally, you just saying that sentence, I'm gonna go Metapod after this. I've shot a Metapod a fair bit in that location, but not enough. Metapod is like, dude, like one of my like top 20, I feel like, shinies. Way higher than Altaria. For like, Altaria's a great shiny, but like Metapod is so you don't see many orange shinies, firstly, and then secondly, it's like really underrated, and it's just a great. I love middle Evo shinies. Nuzleaf is another super underrated middle Evo shiny. Fracture is a really underrated middle Evo. I really enjoy like those underrated middle Evo. So let's go for Metapod next really quick. Yeah, Metapod's at Pattern Bush, so 6 Island. Let me grab a you want a Cute Charm, or probably Cute Charm, because Beedrill's physical. Beedrill, you want physical, and then yeah, you probably go Cute Charm here. Beedrill's physical, Butterfree special, so you'd rather just hope for, you know, the middle ground. Just go for a female OT shiny to make it cheaper to breed. Much cheaper to breed for this as well. Actually, I don't know. Would it really be that much cheaper, because you're already going for... I don't know. You probably would get... Actually, probably not, but I don't know. Let's go for it. I'll take you guys over to the location up at Pattern Bush. You need Lepus for this spot, but it's right here. Right here. I love this shunt, and I love shiny Metapod. I would love to get one. Let's see if there's one on the GTL to actually check out what it looks like, because it is a super underrated. Pupitar is another underrated middle Evo shiny. Beautiful burnt orange. Dream shine. Like, it's so different. Would love to get this, dude. Oh yeah, I definitely prefer Metapod over shiny Butterfree. I even prefer... I would go... Dude, my like tier list for that lineup would be shiny Metapod number 1, Caterpie number 2, and then Butterfree number 3. And like, shiny Butterfree is good. I like shiny Butterfree. I just prefer the other ones. Also, with spots like this, like, you just don't need be on your bike, so you can like flex. Like, I can flex my shiny Jinx over here on this little spot while I shiny hunt, which is nice. I saw someone else doing that exact same. They just readjusted to be able to flex through shiny Ninetales. That was awesome. It's cool. Like, at like Lepus spots, you might as well. Yeah, Frogger, good luck to you, man. Here, yeah, why not flex your shiny? You know, Pat, if you could change one thing about shiny hunting, any method, what would you change? It could make it easier or harder. Oh man. Okay, this is a very funny thing. I would want to make fishing a little easier. Fishing shunting is just really hard and demotivating. That's probably the main. I'd probably I would just fix the lure glitch so that after a lure ends while you're fishing, it repops automatically for you. Something like that. And then maybe the ability to maybe wildly find words while fishing would be kind of interesting. I don't know if that's stupid. I just feel like fishing is really hard in comparison to singles, which is funny because it's like not that crazy different. Like, it's I don't know. I'm always demotivated to do fishing shunts, especially like, so a shunt that I'm like demotivated is like Whalmer, right? Whalmer is 100% encounter rate, right? So it's guaranteed that you get it if you just keep fishing. But that kind of motivates me when it's such a long hunt. When you get like 220 encounters per hour when fishing at peak rates, right? So it's like 30,000 divided by 220. It's like 136 hours, but you're just sitting there like 136 hours of shunting, guaranteed for something at some point, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, it just gets like demotivating and boring. I don't know, fishing's just kind of lame to me. Also, it's like keep re-clicking. When the bites fail on the fish, it's annoying. It's just like not as... It's funny, like, fishing ends up being one of the least interactive shunts. It's not like single encounters where you have to tap back and forth. Like, it just feels like you're just sitting still. It feels boring. Would fishing be better if it had a Stardew Valley style minigame involved? I don't think so. It's an interesting idea. I I don't think I'd want that. I'm trying to think what I would want. It's a really, really interesting question, like what you would do to specifically... It's so slow with little payoff as you go. It's a great way to describe it, Launch. I don't know I want the lore bug to be fixed for one, and then maybe you have like ×5 hordes at random. Some sort of interactability, maybe some sort of way to, yeah, I don't know, something interesting with, I don't know, some sort of small buff to fishing, I think would be the one change. Maybe if like the fish never failed to bite. I feel like fish failing to bite is just so annoying. Or maybe like if there was some way. Maybe if you like led your party with a certain Pokemon. There are abilities. So what if like Sticky Hold? What if Sticky Hold made bite rates 100% as opposed to like it's like 80 or something? I feel like that'd be interesting, or like pretty much higher. Yeah, fishing's just so painful and so slow and so consistent. That it's uninteresting. This is a good like math rule of thumb that old school RuneScape uses. Whether the developers subconsciously do or whether it's conscious. A really interesting thing in my opinion is that understanding what there's like AFK methods in RuneScape and there's non-AFK. And non-AFK methods should always give you more XP. So a good example of this is like if you can, like, I haven't done RuneScape in a long time, so my XP rates may be off, so excuse me. If you can, like, 3-tick Granite, right? And you can get, like, 110,000 XP per hour, 100k per hour. I don't remember what it was. It's probably higher than that. I don't remember. Let's say if, like, you're a really good 3-tick Granite miner. Let's say you can get, like, 100,000 XP per hour. That's a good, clean number. Then something like Motherlode Mine, or something that's, like, way more AFK should be around 30 to like 33% of that. So if you get like 100k XP doing 3-tick Granite, really mechanical, really intensive, really hard, you probably should have an AFK method as well that allows for like 35k XP per hour, which is kind of what MLM Motherlode Mine is in RuneScape. Now in Pokemon it's a lot harder, because how do you implement, like, do you really want AFK stuff, or quote unquote like also AFK means like not clicking the screen for like 15 seconds. Like I would argue Leppa shunting is like one of the more AFK things we have, where it's like you click your sweet scent, you wait to run, and you just like sit there and you don't have to like teleport back to a PC. There's no thinking, you just spam sweet scent, you auto heal, like you press like 3 buttons when doing this. Like it's very, very little brain activity. So the fishing question, I guess, becomes, okay, imagine if you could single encounter hunt. Imagine if you could just normally fish and you would only get single encounters, and that got you, AFK brain dead fishing. Let's say that got you like 200 encounters per hour, right? You might be able to, like, maybe there'd be some like Stardew Valley type fishing minigame, like you said, that would guarantee ×3 hordes or ×5 hordes or whatever, that would get you like 600 encounters per hour or like 500 encounters per hour. If you could, like, yeah, that starts to be the balance, I guess. But it kind of depends. Like, that's interesting, like having the different options, having AFK methods and then non-AFK methods, and especially an MMO where like it's so important. The reason why, in my opinion, is because an MMO is supposed to be like the one game you play. It's supposed to consume your life, right? For most people. This is what World of Warcraft does pretty well as well. Some days in life, you want to fucking relax. You get home from work, had a tough day, you want to AFK, turn your brain off, woodcut, whatever, right? Some days in life, you want to like go hard, be efficient. Like MMOs are fantastic because usually you can play the game dependent on your mood and dependent on your energy levels. And that's what RuneScape does so well, right? Yeah, I think a Pokemon MMO that could execute that well and execute like really the MMO aspects of it and have non-AFK and AFK strategies at properly balanced rates would be the fucking take me to the moon. I would love that shit. Yeah, very, very interesting to me. Okay, and I think this last horde is where I am going to call it for today. It's an interesting Monday, guys. Thanks for going over all the life stuff with me, just hanging out, talking, covering Pokemon, covering Pokeforce, all the news coming up. Interesting, fun little shunts, good little questions, and that's a 4-hour stream for the Monday. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. Dislike if not, that's totally okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily videos. I do upload every single day about Pokemon. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. Twitch, I stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Lots of shiny hunting and good memes. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/film donations do help out a ton. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Yo, Petrowski here. Firstly, thank you so much for watching till the very end of the video. I truly hope it was worth your time today. And secondly, thanks to everybody whose name is listed here. You guys all go above and beyond and allow me to make daily content. Thanks again. Have a great day.